if we want AI to make life better for us rather than worse, we need EI before AI. What is EI? Ethical integrity. Not just integrity, ethical integrity. Integrity to most people is, I didn't do anything wrong. It's not illegal. But not doing wrong does not mean doing right. It's upon us as humans to use that 0.1% difference from chimpanzees, as was just mentioned, to use our judgment, ethical integrity. That's on EI. Now on sustainability. How many Earths do we need to cater to current levels of human consumption? Does anybody know? The answer is 1.7 Earths. Last I checked the dictionary, the encyclopedia or wherever, the solar system, there's only one Earth. By 2030, we will need 2 full Earths to feed us. Okay? Until recently, here's a very alarming piece of data for you. Until recently, the rate of species extinction was about 5 species per year. Until a few years ago, about 5 species would disappear from the Earth every year. Do you know how many times more than the normal rate it is today? Are you ready to fall off your chairs? It's 10,000 times the normal rate. Species extinction. One of the things that might go extinct is bees, and I no need to tell this august audience what would happen if bees would go extinct. Extreme weather events, a lot of people have talked about. Severe heat waves, disastrous floods are on the rise, causing many, many billion-dollar damage events. And yet some people deny the existence of climate change. So here's the issue. Even though there are about $40 trillion in so-called ESG funds, increasing regulation all around the world, and a plethora of green incentives, why are we going in the opposite direction? What is the answer? 69, get this, ladies and gentlemen, 69 of the top 100 global economies in the world are not countries, they are companies. Yes, you heard that right. If we are to save the world, we need businesses to step up. But asking businesses to compromise or to sacrifice some profits for purpose is a futile exercise. We need profitable solutions to today's existential challenges. And the World Economic Forum, I serve on one of their councils, says that there are $10.1 trillion a year means annual new business opportunities provided by climate change alone, and that can produce 395 million new jobs by 2030. We need to change the narrative of sustainability from a cost, compliance, or risk problem to an opportunity, because money is to be made. As Tom Friedman says, the only thing bigger than Mother Nature is Father Greed. So we have to find profitable solutions, and we can. Again, we'll need to tap into that 0.1% of the difference between us and chimpanzees if we are going to do that, and that only humans can do. Finally, on demography. So we look at birth rates and death rates and age spans in demography, but I want to point to a third issue, and that is inequality. We need to address inequality for our own good. 1% of the richest people in the world are twice as rich as the remaining 99% of us. Think about that. And here's my favorite one. A handful of rich men in this world have more wealth than all the women of Africa put together, and that is 600 million women. And you know how many men have more wealth than all the women of Africa? Only 22 men. Our research at the Stewardship Asia Center says that companies and businesses that operate on the principle of interdependence. Interdependence means my success is interdependent with yours and vice versa, and the more I give, the more I receive. Their businesses last longer, more than 100 years. Otherwise, the average span of a business these days is 18 years. So we can do this, and we can do this profitably. In other words, businesses should aim to maximize profits because that is their work. But to do so, they must maximize purpose first. And that requires a new leadership model, which we have researched after talking to about 500 companies that are actually doing well by doing good. And that is the steward leadership model, which aims to create a collective better future. Keyword is collective better future for stakeholders, society, future generations, and the environment. And our data actually corroborates the fact that the companies that run with steward leadership principles live longer and are more healthier and more profitable. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to close with this last thing for you to remember. The mantra for 21st century business, rather let me start with, the challenge of 21st century business is to do well by doing good, to make money by addressing the very challenges that humanity is facing today. And the mantra that we need to follow is maximum purpose, maximum profit.